Hey folks, it's Greg. You're watching Greg's Country Cabin Outdoors. Hope you're having a great day. Wish I could say I was. I caught a nasty cold yesterday, and I felt miserable all day today. I went to my boss's house and helped them prepare for a baptism that's going to happen in their pond this weekend. And I've been pestering him for quite a long time about having a fish fry. So we had that fish fry, and it was actually pretty good. If he had not texted me last night and asked me to pick supplies up at the Farm and Home Supply, I would have called in sick today. I've been miserable all day long. So I went ahead and worked until about 12:30, something like that, and went home, cashed my paycheck, distributed the entire paycheck to my family, and hooked up the mower and came out to the cabin. So I'm out here at the cabin and I'm suffering. It's very comfortable in here right now. I could turn the air on and it would cool me down quite a bit, but I don't want to cool down. I want to sweat this cold out. So I made a can of Progresso potato and bacon soup in the microwave and loaded it down with pepper and ate that. Meanwhile, I had some Arbor Vita tea steeping in my French press, and I sat down and started sipping on that, and I'll tell you what, a cup of tea never tasted so good. That Arbor Vita tea is really good. It's supposed to be loaded with vitamin C too. That's why I decided to go ahead and try it. So the next step is to take a hot bath, soak as hot as I can possibly stand it, raise my body temperature up. And what that does is it helps to kill the cold virus. So I'm hoping that I can knock this thing out, because I'm not going to open any windows. I've got a couple fans running right now, one in the kitchen, one in the bunk room, just to kind of distribute the air. And I can sit in the kitchen and cool down. Right now I'm in my favorite rocking chair by my favorite window, and I'm just relaxing. There's no air movement in here to speak of. So I'm not going to cool down real quick. I don't want to cool down real quick. I want to sweat this out. So anyway, that's my situation right now. Time for some good old-fashioned cabin breakfast. The usual bacon and eggs, potatoes and onions. Hopefully my potatoes are still good. I managed somehow to survive the night last night. I did not sweat this cold out. But I sweat all night long. Yes, my hands are clean. I took a bath, another hot bath right before I started this, so my hands are in fact clean. 2 potatoes left. I think I'll cut up the small one. It was a dark and stormy night last night. It rained. It started around 11 o'clock last night, and it rained all night, off and on. And it wasn't just rain, it was storms, thunder and wind, stuff hitting the cabin. I don't know where it was coming from. And there we have it, cabin breakfast. Hey folks, I wanted to show you why I chose blind for my ice shack. Originally, my wife had purchased a deer hunting blind for me for Christmas. And so I took it hunting with me a couple times, and I decided that tree stand was the best way to go. So I quit using this blind, and I decided that I wanted to try to use it for ice fishing. So what I did is I set it up, figured out which side the door was on. Looks like it's on this side, right here. Okay. Now, this thing will float every direction in the wind. Every single direction. So what I did is I cut some 3/4 inch EMT and some 1/2 inch EMT. And I thread it through the loops on the bottom of this deer blind, like this. Do that on both sides. Okay? Now, I also have a couple of pieces of 1/2 inch EMT, and I've drilled holes in this 3/4 inch EMT that this 1/2 inch EMT will slide into. Okay? Gives me a good solid joint. So, we'll go ahead and put all these in place, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, and what I've done is I've taken these loops that you're supposed to stake this down with, and I've wrapped them over the 3/4, and then I stuck the 1/2 inch into the socket on 3/4, and also the loop is around it as well. So this thing's not going to go anywhere. There's a strap there, a strap there, a strap there, and then out on the corners I did the same thing. So what I've got is a nice big blind that I can sit in and ice fish. And this is actually my first ice fishing shack ever, right here. I set it on the ice. I put the strap, which I'm sure you saw, this strap here is attached with dog latches so that I can drag it down the ice. And if there's snow on the ice, I wanted it to get up high enough to drag over the top of it. So I left those ends there long so that when I pick up on it, it'll slide across without filling up with snow. So unless my new blind comes in, the one that I'm hoping will come in, this will have to be my ice shack. However, the thing I don't like about this is in a windstorm, these things do one of these numbers. They float in. and they're everywhere, crowding you. But I'll have it tied down because I drilled screw holes in it, and I've got screws to screw it down with. So if I have to use this, then I'll screw it down. Anyway, that's my original ice shack and my future ice shack. Hey folks, enjoying the cabin life. My cold is getting better. I spent about 3 hours on my dock that I built for fishing. I got it over where I wanted it, and I got a couple of pipes driven into the bottom of the lake to hold it in place. I said I'd keep you posted. It's going good. It's going real good. I'm taking my medication like I'm supposed to. Oh my, I love it out here. It's so peaceful and quiet. I've got a few things that I need to clean up over on my property, but nice and peaceful. I've got 2 grills on my front deck. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon to get notified whenever I put a new video up. And leave a comment down and scroll down to the comment section below this video on YouTube and leave a comment. Tell me what you think.